What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Neg Entropy Chronicles. So, this one has been on everywhere. I don't care where you think to look, I have been seeing it. And I was going to stay away from it, but it's something that needs to be talked about from different perspectives and things like that. Now, this video is about a woman who has a child with a man. And he brings his son food every other day. Well, today this woman was pretty upset because he decided not to bring food for the other children that she has with other men. So let's get into the video.
Look, y'all, every fucking day my baby daddy come here with one fucking meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like,
now I'm just gonna be honest, this is an entitled thought process. And let's just tell it for what it is. Where's the other fathers at? You got all these kids and you're angry with this guy for doing what he's supposed to, is be responsible for his child. She's saying it as, oh, he should just know to do it. Nah, it's not his child. Those other kids aren't his. So this man has a right to decide where his money goes and who he chooses to feed. But let's get back into it.
That's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go. And I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even... I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What are you mad
Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So what you?
So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7.
Lisa, how?
Now I want y'all to understand something. When he asked, did you feed them? She said, you know I don't get my stamps until the 7th. Which means, we don't know what date this was recorded, anything like that, but let's keep this all the way funky. If you know you don't have no food in the house, you, talking to the female, should have humbled yourself and actually asked this man, hey, can you grab me some groceries? I'll pay you back once I get my food stamps. Or whatever the case. Because once again, those are not his children. So anything that he does outside of the realm of his own child is out of the kindness of his heart, which is not his mandatory thing to do. It's not mandatory for him to do it. It's not his responsibility. It's only if he feels like being nice. You should not expect, you should not demand, and you definitely should not be acting like a raging lunatic like she is, screaming and yelling at the man because he does not care for those other kids. It's ridiculous. And then say, I'm going to expose you. For what? That's the question. What are you exposing him for? The fact that he does bring food to his child? He takes care of his child? That's what you're exposing him for? Or are you exposing how many terrible decisions you've made and the men you've chosen to make babies with? Where are the other fathers? What are they doing? Why don't you have enough money for food for all of the children? Let's get back to it.
That's my problem.
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings?
Listen,
them are his siblings though. He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings and they're not eating on McDonald's. Why do I gotta put...
Bring him out to the car.
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you telling me that I gotta bring... So when I bring my son food, I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are they daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other... You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibilities.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's.
So
you know I get food stamps on the 11th.
Three kids that ain't mine. Three kids that ain't mine. What
Yeah,
like?
they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
No, the I did.
Yes, you did.
You expect me to take care of all the kids? They not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Why are you recording me first?
Because
Now, I will give her this. She does make a valid point. She already had kids. You laid down with her and y'all created a child. So, bro, you knew she was a struggling mother. Why would you proceed to make a child with her? To deal with her nonsense. You know what I mean? Obviously, she ain't got her stuff together. Obviously. You get what I'm saying? But obviously, this man never showed those kids any type of affection anyways, for real, if you really think about it, because he wouldn't have been willing to cut them off like he did. And where are the other fathers? She completely neglected that. And I guarantee you, all this energy is not for him. It's at herself. But she can't use a mirror because that would mean she'd be holding herself accountable. And the other fathers probably ain't doing nothing. So what's her best option? Yell at the man that's actually available to actually yell at. That's just my thought on it.
I'm exposing you. Everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're full of shit in this bullshit. You only come here with one piece of food for one child.
The child that's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all then. He can't take that shit. He can't eat it.
Maybe if you had one or two, I could maybe. You got it's 3 extra kids. What the you all like going to my mother account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings though. Dumb.
So that's what you gonna go with? That's the one you gonna
Those are your fucking kids' siblings.
They my so that means
yeah. So don't. No, I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other.
Now, this is where she's losing it, because if he does provide anything for those kids, he is taking care of those kids. So you are expecting him to take care of the kids on some level. I'm just being honest. This is not something that is his job. Period. I understand you don't want to have sibling rivalries and stuff like that, but that's why you have to be careful with who you make children with. Why do you want to have multiple baby daddies? There's 4 kids. I'm going at a minimum 3 baby daddies. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, your anger and vitriol is directed in the wrong place. He's doing what he's supposed to. You didn't. And then you have to wait for food stamps. You know what I mean? Like, what is your meal plan? Are you overindulging? Are you buying expensive stuff? We already know that the food rate's going up. And did you all, it's, I don't know, man. This is so stupid. Let's get back to it.
Today, what do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the 11th.
Your babies.
Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kid as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel like I feel away about him eating, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid in the room.
Send him down to the car. He ain't got to eat in front of his brothers and sisters. He can come right out to the car and eat with me.
No. You know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here. Give it here. Give it here.
You sound stupid.
Dumb. He ain't eating this. You.
Why would you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids. You stupid. Selfish as a like you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that shit. Dumb.
Take care of him anyway.
Dumb. He not finna do that. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. Bye, stupid. Thought I was finna take that shit today. Yeah, I had another thing for him today. No, he can't take it today.
You know the saddest part about all of that is that she really feels justified and vindicated in the way that she handled the situation. So all you're doing is creating a additional enemy and another child's father. The other ones ain't there, and you're gonna definitely chase this one off and somehow make him the reason as to why they're not around. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about you went from the 7th to the 11th on the date. So obviously, so either you lying or you doing some real funny stuff. Then your anger and vitriol, the way you spoke to this man, you can't expect a man to do favors for you and look out for kids that ain't his when you're rude, disrespectful, and you just have no anything. You just she almost came off as a horrible human being to me, because I can understand that there might be a little agitation, might be a little hurt in your own self, but you got to grow up and be an adult, and you learn how to use your words. Like, hey, I'm hurting out here. Can you please grab some food for the kids? The man even suggested if there was like 2 more, then maybe, but you got 3 more. That's just too much to be pulling out of my account. Trust me, I've seen it. McDonald's has gone up. Period. And if you get enough for 4 kids, that's enough to go get some groceries. So let's stop. She could have asked. She could have humbled herself and asked and been polite, and guarantee that man would have did it just because she was a nice human being. But because she was a rude, loud-mouthed, disrespectful, foul-mouthed individual, what does he have to do anything for? Oh, because that's his siblings, his kids' siblings? Let's talk about this for real. If we was living in the jungle and it was lions having this conversation, there wouldn't have been one. He would have murdered all the other ones. All the other lions, cubs would have already been taken out the game, and then he would have made a new set of kids with her. This is facts. This is not made up. I'm not throwing this out of left field. This is just the truth of the matter. So you're looking for men to be humane when you're doing things that will make it uneasy for any man to want to actually rock with you. Period. You got to start taking accountability for yourself, because if you were a decent human being and a polite, nice person, you would be a lot further than what you are now. Just saying. And I be seeing these comments. I'll tell you, I love the internet, man, because it's undefeated. But they showed multiple pictures of people just making fun of it. And then it was like, oh, well, a stud would do it. And I done seen studs like, I ain't doing that. You got me messed up. I ain't doing it. So, trust me, there's not many people in the world who will do it unless it's out of the kindness of their heart. Period. And how do you get them to be kind? You have to be kind. You can't be no butthead and then think somebody else is going to just be nice to you. You crazy. And you could just hear the vitriol in her voice. Yeah, he ain't eating that stuff. Nah, your kid's going to starve. Now what are you going to do? Better find you a bologna sandwich or something and feed them kids. Take it old school. But let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, and be on the lookout for more videos. All right, everybody? Peace.